Welcome back to the show where I make fucking shitty versions of another song. Check this out. Look at that shit. What the fuck? Bro. So I saw that shit and I was like, fuck. That song has energy, so let's try to make it. And my shitty ass version sounds like this. So I grabbed that cake and then I layered these three sounds. And those things make that. I love seeing the variation of the kick pattern. Even that last part kind of like throws you off and I love it. In the first section you have these, but I still felt like it wasn't enough, so I even added more white noise on top of that. And then completely removed it on the next part. And then after that, I added some simple hi-hats. And that goes on through the whole thing. As always, you know, the fucking foundation of your song is the drums. You want that shit to be, you know, and I think we got that with this shit. Already, even without the sounds, I feel like that's hype. You tell me. So first I tried to figure out what the melody was, so it wasn't really that hard. This note and this note are just one apart, and then this note and this note are also just one note apart. So I thought that was an interesting thing. So then I put a bass line. So I grabbed an 808 from Hybrid Bass Volume 1, and what I did was I just turned up the sub actually and cut out all the stuff on top, which is actually not even that bad to have on there. I don't know why I removed it, but whatever, I did. And that's obviously going to this channel where I'm sidechaining, you know, my dumbass way that I sidechain. On the second part, it actually chops up and it becomes. I did it with MIDI. I went to the volume envelope, hold was all the way up, so it placed the sample throughout, but it also has a little bit tiny of release so that when I do let go of the note in these little empty as areas right here, it'll kind of roll off the volume. So I try to keep these as simple as possible. So let's go into the screamy one first. So I did it all with saw waves. So let's get some regular ass fucking saw wave. The idea was, instead of like being like really high pitch and fast, I wanted it to be like that, but still be high pitched. So how the fuck? I figured I could probably do that with frequency modulation. So what I did is I added another one, and with this one, I actually put it on sync. And I love sync because it basically just multiplies the waveform in its own cycle. Now, if I were to frequency modulate this saw wave with this other shit, you get that effect I'm telling you about. And that's basically the foundation of this sound. I just did it backwards. I frequency modulated from A. And I also added this new filter that they just added to Serum, which is the distortion and combs filter. Then a P tracking on it, and then I put these two effects. Really nothing too crazy. So the one that DJ Snake did, it sounds kind of offbeat at times and I love it so much, but I didn't want to spend too much fucking time on it, you know? Like, I just wanted to explain the basics, still hopefully have the same energy. First of all, it's this little pitch thing I did with LFO 1. It's actually just affecting the master tune by 12 semitones. Every time I click this button, it's like going from 0 to 12 semitones up. As far as the sound itself, it's literally just one oscillator. In this oscillator, I put a little bit of the same thing as the other one, sync, which I don't think that's what he did, but it sounded cool on this. Same filter, same thing with the key tracking on. The envelope's very quick, you know? It's like a That is being like really beefed up by the compressor, and I removed a little bit of the low end. One more thing that's modulated here, and it's the fine tune of the pitch. It's just, I wanted it to kind of go up and down a little bit with this LFO2, and then you have the legato one always and the portamento one for the little slidey notes so it glides. As far as any processing on both of these sounds, they actually originally sound like this. Let's just put my bright rack on it and some EQing. Just giving it a lot more power. As always, my bright rack is available at Threat Collective. I'm gonna be running some new updates on this pack, but this is what it looks like inside if you wanted to just do it yourself. That's pretty much it for the sounds. There's still something missing. A little bit more shit we can add in there. Really get that energy from this fucking track. You know, we want people to like get in there and just... I ended up getting this crowd noise, drowned it in reverb. I'm not letting any of the dry signal really through. It's all the wet signal. That's a lot of energy in there. These chants from my sample pack. And that's it. Then I'm the master. I slap the limiter on there and just fucking clip and make it loud as shit. You learned something. If you did, grab your shits, go down the shits, click the shits, and subscribe. If you want more shit like this, let me know some more ideas in the comments. As always, if you want this FLP, it's available for my Patreon, so consider becoming a Patreon, and I will see you on the next shit.